Hey everyone, it's Craig.
And Denny.
And we're back here at Disney Springs with another Disney dining review.
Yep.
It's another sweet one.
We're back for more snacks.
Early in the morning, Everglazed is now open.
Oh,
the new hip donut shop here on the west side of Disney Springs is open. And luckily for us, we already have our donuts, but we need to show you inside. So we're gonna go ahead, show you a peek of what it looks like inside, and we'll come back out here and start to talk about what we got.
So to begin things, it is early, as Craig mentioned. It is all of 10 in the morning right now. So I figured the best donut to start with this morning would be the Fruity Pebbles donut because it's cereal, right? Breakfast cereal, donuts, it all makes sense. So we've got an amazing donut here. It's glazed and then it's got a strawberry frosting on top and it's got Fruity Pebbles all over it, which is a personal favorite cereal in our family. So it only made sense. And we've got some custard on top as well. So I'm gonna dig on in. I am going to actually use a knife and a fork because I will, I'm just gonna use a knife and a fork. We'll leave it at that. All right, so the custard goes down inside the donut. I'm gonna try to get a cross section here for you because I know that's important as I massacre the donut. There it is. So we've got a little bit of that cream inside and it looks so good, and I'm gonna take a bite. And this is gonna be like sweetness overload, but that's okay. We'll start off a good day with a lot of sweet. All right, so that's a nice donut. It's, I wanna say it's a little bit of a yeast donut, and it's got just a lovely glaze on the top. I mean, that's why we love Krispy Kreme donuts, right? Because you've got that sweet, sweet glaze on the outside. So Everglazed has kind of gone that route here, but the strawberry frosting has a nice punch to it, so it adds a little bit of a brightness along with the sweetness, and the Fruity Pebbles have a little bit of a crunch, which, I mean, if you don't like Fruity Pebbles, I'm sorry, don't get this donut, but if you do, you're gonna like it. The frosting, the icing is really nice as well. It's a vanilla frosting, so nothing too over the top. This is sweet, and these donuts are huge, so bring a friend. That's gonna be, or bring your appetite, one or the other. Bring something with you, someone or something. I'm gonna take a sip. I've got the salted caramel cold brew. Thank you, Craig.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's good. I love salted caramel. I really do. I like going into Caramel Kuka in the Germany pavilion and getting the salted caramel. So that's a really nice, it's nice and creamy. I love anything that's creamy. That's really good. I mistakenly thought that Craig's cold brew, which you'll see in a minute, was mine. He got a nitro cold brew and I got this one. So this ginormous cold brew will get me through the day. It's nice, it's creamy. I don't know that it's something I would come specifically to this location to get, but I'm gonna sip some more on it and we'll see if I change my mind, all right?
If you know me, you know that I am a massive fan of donuts. I'm a connoisseur of donuts, especially a lot of the donut shops here in Orlando. I have my favorites, and I will even, I still even go to Dunkin' and Krispy Kreme and other places to get donuts, so I'm not all about gourmet donuts. I like everything. One thing I dislike, though, is yeast donuts. I have never been a huge fan of yeast donuts. I am a cake donut person. They do have a couple cake donuts at Everglazed. There's a blueberry one and a vanilla one. I held off on getting them just because there was only 2 of them in the classic section. Everything else is, your glazed yeast donuts. So I felt like I need to go after what they're offering. And I've said in other things before, when it comes to donuts, I like to always order the maple bacon donut they have on the menu, because that's usually a good balance to see how they are with their donuts, because every fancy donut shop offers a maple bacon donut, and of course Everglazed does as well too, and it's a maple double bacon. There is a ton of bacon on the donut, and then you have your maple glazed on top of that big old puffy yeast donut. And I am impressed by the full strips of bacon on it, not just little bacon bites. So that was a nice surprise, because a lot of people just use bacon bites. But yeah, it's not just about what it looks like, though. It's about what it actually tastes like. So here's my first bite. I will have to say, the yeast donut isn't actually that bad. It's light and fluffy, which, that's pretty standard for your yeast donut. But I don't know. It's not something's a little bit different about it that makes me like it more than a lot of other yeast donuts. So I'm actually kind of impressed with that. And then the maple glaze on top, of course, is delicious. The bacon adds that saltiness to balance out the sweetness of the entire donut. It's really nice. It's not my favorite maple bacon, but it's up there. It's actually pretty well done. But I need to wash it down with my Nitro Cold Brew. And I was excited to see Nitro Cold Brew on the menu. Of course, they have all kinds of cold brew coffee, hot coffee. It's a donut shop. They have to have it. They were really pressuring me to try to put stuff in the cold brew, but I don't like extra stuff in my coffee. I just want coffee. If the coffee doesn't taste good, don't try to mask it with a whole bunch of sweeteners and milks to try to make it better. I need to know that it just tastes good on its own. And it's nice. I guess the only other place I really get Nitro Cold Brew a lot at is Starbucks, and I love Starbucks Nitro Cold Brew. It is fantastic. I know I'm going to get it pretty much like 99% of the time I'm in a Starbucks. And this is solid. This does have like a donut house blend taste to it. So it runs very smooth. You definitely do not need anything else mixed into it, if you're, in my opinion. But again, I like coffee just the way it is, without the added sweeteners and stuff. So yeah, it's nice. I think I'd still rather go to Starbucks and get it, but it's better than I expected it to be. So I'm gonna stop rambling, and Denny has another donut to dig into.
All right, our next selection from the donut menu here at Everglazed was the purple ube that we just decided to go ahead and get. It's the vegan choice on the menu, and so if you are someone who adheres to a vegan lifestyle, there is something on the menu for you, which is always something that I personally love. My youngest is vegan, and I know how hard it can be to find something when you're vegan that appeals to you, that kind of gives you your little feeling like, there's something for you here too. So there is at Everglades something here for you. So the purple ube is purple sweet potato from the Philippines. And so this is the first time that I've ever had anything made with purple ube. And right off the top, I'm getting Mardi Gras vibes with the purple glitter all over it. It is beautiful, but I am definitely getting Mardi Gras vibes. I feel like I'm eating a king cake right now. So we'll see. All right, here we go. So it is, it's more of a dense, compact donut than we're having with the yeast donuts. Although it's more on the dense side. I'm gonna pick it up.
So, yeah, it looks more like a cake.
It is. But it's not a traditional, because I'm with you, Craig. I love, if I have a glazed donut, like a glazed yeast, and I have a cake donut in front of me, I will take the cake donut every single time. The old-fashioned is what I just want a plain old-fashioned, thank you very much. But yeah, so this is kind of a hybrid between a yeast and a cake. It is sweet, so if you're worried that it's not sweet, it is definitely sweet. It's got a glaze on top, which is nice, and the crunch from all that purple sugar on top, all the glitter, the sprinkles going on, is really nice and something that's unique. So if you are looking for something vegan that is also really sweet, and you're here in West Side, go ahead and swing in and grab that, and let us know what you think in the comments. But I like it. Not too shabby.
My next donut is so big that I'm actually going to have Denny cut it. But before we get to that, I did get a second drink that I saw on the menu. I didn't want to just leave it at the cold brew because, not everyone loves coffee. And I recognize that. I want to make sure that we highlight some of the other options. And so one of the things that jumped out to me is that they had a section on the menu called the Milky Way. And this is their take on flavored milks. And, while some are more normal, they did have two that really jumped out to me. There was Fruity Pebbles and Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which hopefully are going to give you that same kind of feeling of, oh, this was cereal sitting in milk, and then get all those flavors together. So that's what I'm hoping it tastes like. I got the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one in particular because I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch a little bit more than Fruity Pebbles. No offense, Denny. Pebbles are good. Taken. They're good. I'm more of a Cocoa Pebbles guy myself. Oh. So, so I got the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Let's take a sip, see what it's like. It does exactly what it says. It tastes like that milk that's sitting in the bottom of your cereal bowl. And I absolutely love it. This is a genuine Craig reaction, which I don't want to say it's rare, but no, I love every little bit of this. Even like mentally, I feel like I got some chunks of Cinnamon Toast Crunch sucked up the straw. I don't know if that's in there. I do see some floaters at the top. So, that seals the deal. This is incredible. If you like drinking the milk out of the cereal. I know Denny said that she hates it and she will never do it. She has never done it. But for me, this is my morning breakfast from now on. And skip the cereal. Just give me the milk.
So what we have here is the peanut butter explosion, which to be honest, we weren't sure about getting this donut at first because it is 10 o'clock in the morning. And this donut weighs like a lot. And you can just tell from right off the bat, it's maybe not your breakfast pastry. But then when we asked the team members at Everglazed, okay, which one would you pick? She said immediately it would be this one. So we felt compelled to go ahead and get it. We're going to cut into it now. It's a yeast donut that has it's glazed like all the other ones, and it's got chocolate frosting on the outside. It is covered in peanut butter chips. It also has a dollop of chocolate frosting in the middle and an entire Reese's peanut butter cup on top. And see, it goes through to the middle. We've got some chocolate frosting, and it just looks, and we're losing half of the peanut butter cup right there. It just looks really, really good and really, really rich. And it's time to take a bite.
I am already regretting this decision of trying the peanut butter explosion. It does look very impressive. It is their most impressive donut looking at their whole lineup. But it also just looks like it's way too much. And I'm trying to get everything in my first bite. The chocolate frosting on top, the peanut butter chips, a Reese's cup in there too. But the one thing I did notice is that on half of the donut at least, it's so heavy that it compressed the donut down. So it is like it's turned into a flat yeast cake of sorts. And I'll try to show a shot of it over here too, as long as I remember to get it. But oh man, here goes nothing. I am very perplexed by this donut. It is, first off, it's way too much for me. I would never be able to eat this entirely by myself. And you know, if I was even to take this home, my wife is deadly allergic to nuts and tree nuts and all of that, so it's not even like I could share it with her. So I would have to try to power through this thing myself, and that's just not going to happen. So it was fun for the first review. I will never get it again, though. If you love peanut butter and chocolate, I think you will love it. And, you know, the one thing that stuck out to me as I was eating it, I felt like I was tasting jelly, and I don't know if that was just a subconscious thing. When I taste this much peanut butter, there needs to be jelly with it as well, too. There's nothing in the menu that says there's any type of jelly in there, so that's not even a player, but mentally, it felt like it had that taste for me. So it was a peanut butter lover's dream, and it was big, it's messy, and I will never get it again. But we're going to go ahead and finish up what we have in front of us here. Denny, were you going to try the peanut butter donut too?
I can certainly, I can do that. But I trust okay. If you like the No Way Jose at Beaches and Cream, you'll like this donut. Okay. It's chocolate and peanut butter.
I'm going to make Denny try it, okay. And then after she's done with it, we will end up, we'll go over the menu, pricing, and our final thoughts.
All right, as if I needed another something to eat, I'm definitely going to chow down into this and just give it a whirl. It is clearly the most photogenic of each donut is beautiful, just artistically done, with a lot of love and care, but this one just kind of over the top. So yeah, I got to take a bite. Here we go. I was saying earlier, if you go to Beaches and Cream and you like ordering the No Way Jose because you just love the taste of chocolate and peanut butter together, this is your donut. It's everything that you wanted to do or to have in a donut, just, you know, when you were a kid, right? You just sprinkle all the stuff and you keep globbing this on and this and this. It is over the top, it is overload, and if you just want one sweet treat to share with friends and family, this is going to be your treat. But yeah, like Craig, I'm not going to be coming back here immediately to get this donut again, because it certainly is a lot.
Now, let's talk logistics. As I said, this is in the west side. It is basically, well, I don't have to say basically, it is in the spot where the Pop Gallery used to be, right in between AMC Theaters and Splitsville. So it is in a very popular location. However, right now, because of the procedures at Disney Springs, you actually have to come in all the way down closer to the Coke store, and as well as the theater as well. I guess the theater is on that side too. So, you have to walk down and around to get there. So it's, but you're walking all around Disney Springs. You're going down there anyways. And inside it is tight. They are already launched with a mobile wait time system when it's needed. But like for us, we showed up right after it opened, and we literally just walked right in the store. And a lot of people were just walking right in the store. So I'm sure they will have to utilize it eventually. But for right now, that's not something that I think a lot of people are going to have to worry about. Maybe if it really blows up and gets popular, it will. But for how it was today, that was completely unnecessary. Inside, very small, very tight. There was plenty of seating right outside as well, too, in a little courtyard area. I'll see if I can go back to get a shot, but they had one of the news stations set up while we were there, so it wasn't possible to really get video out there. But inside, there's seating, maybe like 20 spaces. That's probably overselling it. So overall, just very tight, but very clean, very much looking like Dunkin', and I will say positive things on that. Now I'm going to go to the negative, unfortunately, and that is pricing. This is Disney pricing at its absolute finest, and not in a good way. So the classic donuts, which has your classic glaze, chocolate iced, vanilla glaze, blueberry cake, vanilla cake, fruity pebbles, strawberry iced with sprinkles, and the purple glazed ube. Those are all $4.50. And then the Funky Bunch donuts, so like the Peanut Butter Explosion, the Maple Double Bacon, some of the other ones they have are a Mounds Coconut Dream. We showed the menu on the video. So Those ones are $5.50. Then they have donut holes as well, 12 count for $5. Yeah, 12 count for $5. And they have specials if you buy these in a half dozen or dozen. But I mean, you really have to start thinking about the pricing with this. That you save 3 on a half dozen and you save 6 on a full dozen. If you do a dozen Funky Bunch donuts at $5.50, it is $66, and then take away that $6 and it is $60 for a dozen donuts. That is pure insanity. And same goes for the half dozen. You're talking $30 for a half dozen of the Funky Bunch donuts. And then it's like $48 if you do a dozen of the classics. And I didn't do the math on the other, but you get my point. It is wildly expensive. And then they have a couple breakfast sandwiches, burgers, French fries. There are spiked coffees as well too, that if you want to get a little crazy in the morning and have a little extra fun, then you can get spiked coffees. The Milky Way, like the drink I had, was $6, that Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk, and the other ones are $5. Cold brews all around. Anything on the menu is basically, if I'm looking at it correctly here, I'm sorry, it's Denny's phone, so I didn't want to pick it up. The cold brew ranges from like $4.50, $4. My nitro was $5. The cold brew classics, like Denny got 24 ounces, that's $6.50. It's all just very expensive. I know I just really went on and on there with random pricing and stuff. It's a lot, but I'm not going to get into my final thoughts on it yet. I'm going to let Denny actually share what she thought of it overall, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so final thoughts. Here's the thing. Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew, I'll start with the positive. Super beautiful donuts. If you are looking for a treat, a Disney treat, or otherwise to be able to photograph and get a gorgeous picture of, this is your stop. Come here, get a donut, take a million pictures of it, and enjoy it. But here's the thing. The thing that I enjoyed the most of the donuts that I've tried this morning is the purple glazed ube donut. So the vegan option that it kind of shines above the rest, because the others were super, super sweet. And I know it's a donut shop and you're thinking, Denny, well, of course it's sweet. Yes, definitely. But it was almost cloyingly so. It was sweetness overload. It was probably, also contributing factor was the drink that I ordered as well, the salted caramel cold brew, super sweet. The ube was really nice, and it wasn't overly sweet. It was sweet, but not so. I loved the purple sanding sugar they used on top. I thought that was great. And comparatively speaking, $4.50 for this donut, that's a vegan option, very similar to what you're going to see at Aaron McKenna's Bakery NYC down in the Landing. So as far as vegan options are concerned, pretty comparable. Something can be said though. I know that we all enjoy different experiences here on Walt Disney World property. So if you're looking for a fun experience to have with your friends or your family or all by yourself, come and enjoy one of these donuts and share it and just savor it as an experience. It's not going to be something that I am coming back to regularly because of that. I can have this experience and really, really enjoy it, and it may or may not be my thing. For me, it's a bit too sweet. The price is a little bit too steep, and while I appreciate what they've done, I don't know that it is a standout for me. Like, I kind of felt Gideon's, that I definitely felt Gideon's Bakehouse was. And unfortunately, it falls into that comparison because they've opened so closely to each other. But I want to hear what you think, Craig.
I have to agree with everything that Denny said. This is maybe like a once a trip special treat if you don't have specialty donut shops close by you where you live. But I feel like if you live close to a lot of major cities at this point, then you have a specialty donut shop that's doing donuts that are just as creative, if not more creative. And were and also cost a lot less. And while Denny compares this to Gideon's, I have to look down the street at Universal to Voodoo Donut, which is way less money, kind of the exact same craziness in terms of their donuts. And again, that is also in a theme park location, but in terms of their being in City Walk, but their pricing is better. So this is just, the pricing's too steep for me. The donuts aren't my favorite. They're solid, but they're not the best. And it's not something that's going to get me to come back to go to Everglazed. I'm going to go to my local donut spots I like in Orlando better. If you have a rental car or you want to Uber, I'll even tell you about some of those so you can go to them as well too, because I think you're going to get a better donut. But if there was a gap not being filled at Walt Disney World, a donut gap that they felt like they needed to fill, then I guess this is going to do the job. But for me, it's just, it's not all there. It's not a miss. It's not going to be for my demographic. For me, it's not a locals place. This will be more for people who are having a Disney Springs day and they want to start their breakfast off with something besides Earl of Sandwich or Starbucks, and that's kind of it. So it does fill in there nicely, but just not my favorite. But that's okay. I'm sure it'll be a lot of people's favorites. So I hope you enjoy it when you get the chance to finally come out here. So that's it for our review of Everglazed Donuts. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And also, please like this video and leave us comments and questions. I'll go through and try to answer for anything we may have missed during this review. And also, if you're thinking about coming to Walt Disney World or maybe plan a Disney cruise in the future, please support us with Dreams Unlimited Travel. And you can get in touch with one of the agents at Dreams Unlimited Travel and start planning your perfect Disney vacation today. So do that by going to dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. And remember that supporting Dreams Unlimited Travel does support us. That is how we are able to keep doing this and spend $40 on donuts for a review. We wouldn't be able to do that without Dreams. So thank you so much for watching. On behalf of myself and Denny, we'll see you again real soon with another Disney dining review. Take care. Bye-bye.